The following program is presented by Ride the Wave Media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for all our videos at Ride the Wave Media Podcast. Enjoy the program. The following program is presented by Ride the Wave Media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for all our videos at Ride the Wave Media Podcast. Enjoy the program.
Welcome to the Inner Workings of the Not So Genius Mind. I'm Amanda McCombs, the Not So Genius Mrs. Daybreak. Things with life seem to just keep moving really, really fast. And, there's a lot of healing that I have done, and I have a lot of healing I have yet to do. And I am gearing up for the Mrs. Utah America pageant as Mrs. Daybreak. And last year, I think, I was just kind of getting my toes wet and trying to figure out what any of this even was. And I talk with my hands a lot. A lot of doing the pageant was figuring out who I am and saying I am Mrs. Daybreak and claiming that as part of my identity. Like that's who I am, right? I'm Mrs. Daybreak. And then it's different. It's not like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. Sorry for the long dramatic pause. It was like being able to claim that, even just for a little bit, is going to help me figure out who I am and what I like and opportunities for help. Like I've decided to be a helper instead of look for a helper, like Mr. Rogers talked about. I need to find that out. Now I'm going to Google it. See, I should have been more prepared. No idea what the heck I'm doing. So it was actually his mom that told him, look for the helpers. You will always find the people who are helping. And I just, I got tired of looking for them and decided to be one. And I just kind of found this charity out of the blue. I am so sorry. That is Yum Yum. He's calling to me. He is my ginger half Maine Coon. He is so sweet, but he is like very loud. Anyway, I found a nonprofit that I am going to work with, and it was my chiropractor's office, Willow Creek Chiropractic, that actually led me to it because they were collecting donations for them in December. And I was trying to figure out what they were because I hadn't heard of it before. And, I kept going to these appointments. They helped me a ton. I may wear my 6-inch platform stilettos on stage and doing chores around the house to break them in and stuff. But the rest of the time, I'm wearing my custom fit orthotics that I got from there because it keeps my body where it's supposed to be. Anyway, they've been really helpful. And I looked up their mission. If you want to look, it's heartsknittogether.org. So there's a HEARTSKNITTOGETHER.org. It's for my non-YouTube people. Their mission just kind of was a little tender to me. And they're little. They recently had a flood. I'm gonna look them up now because that's what I was supposed to be doing. They recently had a flood at their facility, and they were there we go. I'm just going to their website. just because I don't want to get any of this information wrong. I love their message and everything about it. And they had a flood at their old location. They were temporarily set up in North Salt Lake, and now they're moving all the way down to Linden, Utah. And that's not like, it's not a little drive, and they have a lot of stuff. So we kind of put a pause on collecting physical donations for right now. I was trying to figure out the best way to help her, and to just help this little nonprofit. And I'm reading from the website. Our mission is to show love and support for those seeking comfort and refuge in our local communities from violence and conflict. And that just kind of hit home to me. They're a nonprofit organization, and they give personal items to people that are escaping. I cannot talk. Escaping domestic violence, sexual abuse, or war. And there's different things that you can craft and things to collect and stuffed animals for kids. And then they put together these different kits and they give them to people in need. And there's even ways that you can order them, and different ways that you can do monetary donations and stuff like that. And it was the holidays, and one thing led to another. And I just kept feeling for a long time that I needed to do, like, I kept joking with my friends, like, I think I kind of want to do a gala for my birthday. And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm like, no, really, I think I want to do like a charity gala for my birthday. Like, I want to find something, and I want to have people dress up for a good cause. And I want to show the community that, I mean, everybody together doing a little can really do a lot. And it really made me sad because, I'm trying to get ready to do this charity for this nonprofit, and I'm trying to do it for my birthday. And I don't want, I really don't want presents for my birthday. I really want to just take care of other people. If you want to get me anything for my birthday, maybe help me donate to the charity and help me cover my pageant contestant costs and things like that. Anyway, it's just a lot. There's a lot on my plate right now. And my brain is like a little bit everywhere, but I really wanted to give everybody an update. And I have no idea, I honestly have no idea who listens to this unless they tell me. Like, you could have been listening the whole time. I have absolutely no idea. So if you are listening, and if any of this has been helpful for you, please let me know. And I had I had so many intentions of recording last week, and then there was just a lot outside of my control. Pardon me, emotional support. I have a lot of really, really big feelings. And I kept showing up at all these different events that were really fun. I was having a lot of fun at them, and I was meeting a lot of really great people, and I was networking, and we would chit chat and go our separate ways, and some people would stay connected. If it clicks, it clicks, and if it doesn't, it doesn't, and people just kind of drift away. But a lot of crazy stuff going on. So just really felt like I wanted to do something big for my birthday, because there were a lot of times where I would this is going to be some trauma stuff. I'm going to childhood trauma dump on you. Are you ready? Ready for some word vomit? Ugh, here we go. So there were just a lot of times where I would show up for other people. And it really, really kind of has hit hard, especially since I lost both parents. Because usually at least one of them would show up for me if I'm doing these kinds of things. And I have showed up for a lot of people at a lot of events and like tried to help wherever I can. And even though I have my stuff going on, like my stuff isn't too big to not help you with your stuff, right? The load is lighter if we carry it together. Um, but like things just kind of every time I get to this time of year, there's usually something that happens. And one of my PTSD, I see PTSD, means complex post-traumatic stress disorder. um, and I've just had a lot of events happen, and usually it's like you just have to make it through and you don't have any other choice, and so you just move on and you think after you've had the event and you've dealt with it then that you're not going to deal with it ever again, but that's not true. um I have had, and I've talked about some of it before, but I've had a lot of things happen to me that I probably shouldn't have had happen. But it really hit me when like my wedding came and I invited tons and tons of people that like I've gone to their birthday parties and I've gone to their weddings and I've gone to all of their events. And I only had like a handful of people come. And then like I have this idea and I'm really excited about it. And I just don't ever like, it was like I wasn't putting faith in myself that it was something that I could do, that it was a possibility. Sorry about the dogs. It's like it wasn't even a possibility to do some kind of big event for my birthday because I really don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about the charity. And I want it to be about giving back because I'm doing okay now, but I know a lot of people that aren't. And it's taken a lot of work to get where I am. And there have been times where I've really needed somebody and I didn't have anybody. And so I try to be open and available because I know what that feels like. Um, and it's not fun to feel alone. And I feel alone a lot. So I get really, really nervous when I like try to get ready to plan an event because usually things come up. Like it was really, really, I think the hardest thing for me, like it wasn't that there was a lack of people that came to the wedding. It was that instead of like not coming, some of them called and said that they were going to have a girls' night instead of come to my wedding. That just kind of hurt because it really made me feel like I'm very low at the priority list, right? And then it just kind of happened like over and over and over again. Like you get cheated on, or my husband hasn't cheated on me. Talking about in the past. You get cheated on, or like somebody tells you they're going to take you out and they don't. Or you get stood up, or you get ghosted. I've been ghosted so many times. And it just really, really, it hurts to not feel like you matter, right? And so I really began to internalize that until I was like, I'm Mrs. Daybreak. And then I have to be like, who's that? And then I have to explain what I stand for and what I'm doing. And I talk about taking care of yourself, but like, oh, I'm still trying to figure out what that means, right? Um, and oh, this is the thing I was gonna say forever ago, and then Yumyan interrupted me. So there was somebody that was posting in our local Facebook page about there's some fires over in LA right now, which is awful. Um, it makes me really, really sad because there's obviously sad because there's so many people that have lost their homes and their animals and their memories, their photo albums, and my mom's house burned down. And I couldn't see to go help her because of my light sensitivity. Like I still have it. Hi, baby kitty. And when I finally got up there, she had already passed away. And there's bits of our life blowing around in the wind, Um, photographs, family recipes, old pictures that we drew when we were kids, just blowing away. Her sheet music. I have some awful pictures of me standing by a piano. Um, I think I've talked about all of this before, but this is like all these things that I'm thinking about, right? I'm not thinking about the political party or like where they live. I'm looking for an opportunity where I can help. And I try to do the same thing wherever I can, right? If I see somebody is doing a fundraiser, I'll share it. Even if I can't help, because if I can't help, somebody else can. Or maybe there's a resource that they don't know about that they can get, right? And we just deserve so much more than that. And one of my friends, I'm calling her a friend now, posted about collecting items to take to people over in LA. And immediately people were like, I wouldn't do it unless it's like an official charity. People need to have the tax write-off, and like we're asking for clothes and band-aids. Like, if you're thinking about your taxes when we're trying to donate to people who have lost everything, your heart is in the wrong place. And then the guy just kept going on and on and on and was like, why won't you help people here? Why won't you help people in Florida? And it was crazy. It would like, and then like anybody that had any kind of point that proved him wrong, he would just delete his comment and then it would remove the comment that the person said. Like it was just unhinged. It doesn't matter the political party. People are people and they need help and we need to love each other and we need to take care of each other and we need to take care of ourselves so we can. Ugh. Anyway, my plan is to do so much better at posting and getting you guys some videos and some podcasts. I have a lot of guests I'm really excited to bring on. The contestants that I've met so far for Mrs. Utah America are incredible. And they all have really, really beautiful message and really important things that we need to share. And I think about it and it's a title change. Like if I were to win, it would just, yeah, it would elevate a lot of things and I'd go on to Mrs. America, holy smokes. But like somebody else could be Mrs. Daybreak, right? And I would just do as much good as I could. And we have got to take care of ourselves. We have got to let ourselves rest. I've been so tired. It's starting to get lighter outside. I've been doing a lot of hard work. Man, what a crazy life, huh? I'm gonna do my darndest to keep you updated with the birthday party shenanigans. But right now we're planning for like old Hollywood glam, think Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn style with a marquee, whatever fancy Mrs. Daybreak charity gala. I have a lot of really wonderful people that are going to help. And seriously, if you know of any businesses or people that would love to put together a basket for a silent auction, I want all the proceeds to go to charity. So, um, oh, hey, this kitty's going crazy. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. It's a crazy world out there. And in here, I guess. Follow me on not that one. Follow me at Not So Genius on Instagram. And I'm pretty much there everywhere else too. That is also where I am on Facebook. And if you find me on Facebook, you'll see that I have two different events. There's actually one for the party on February 20th, and that's the charity gala. And then there's another one for March 29th, and that's actually the Mrs. Utah America pageant. I'm just calling it the Mrs. Daybreak cheering section because each one of the contestants gets a unique discount code. So tune in for that. And if I have it in my event, you'll have all the information you need to know, like where to get tickets, the charity that it's connected to, and any other fundraising things that I'm doing. So let's connect. Thank you, Ride the Wave, Media, and Blaine for taking care of this hot mess. I'll see you next time.